Today's lesson is called Christmas is Here, and it's weird, wacky, and wonderful. Hi, everyone. My name is Jeff.
I'm Roger. Today, we're going to continue talking about some unusual Christmas traditions. We're describing them as being weird and wacky, but also wonderful at the same time. Now, we have the usual Christmas traditions of the Christmas tree and giving gifts and singing Christmas carols, etc., having the Christmas feast, but we're talking about some unusual traditions. I guess people are getting kind of bored of the traditions, so they're making up some new ones. Last time, what did we talk about? We talked about the upside-down Christmas tree, and what else did we talk about?
Oh, don't forget about Elf on the Shelf, and that's a relatively recent trend. Yeah, we have been talking a little bit about certain Christmas traditions. These are long-standing things that people do around Christmas time. If you're in the West, you're going to see Santa. Okay, you're going to see snowmen. People are going to be singing Christmas carols, and they're going to be feasting, eating a lot. These are long-standing Christmas traditions. We, though, over the course of our lesson, we've been learning about new trends and fads in Christmas. People are turning their Christmas trees upside down. They're doing this elf on the shelf thing. These are new trends and fads that people are doing while they are celebrating Christmas. So you can call these things new traditions, but we'll see if they really test the time and become traditions themselves. Anyways, that's enough talk for now. Let's go ahead and take a short break. But when we come back, we'll talk some more about some weird, wacky, and wonderful Christmas trends.
Another new favorite is the ugly sweater party. Ugly Christmas sweaters aren't a new phenomenon. They were a fad in the 1980s that later faded. But in 2002, a famous nightclub in Vancouver held a Christmas party with an unusual dress code. Guests had to wear an ugly Christmas sweater. Apparently, a lot of people have ugly holiday sweaters tucked away in a drawer somewhere because these parties have only increased in popularity.
大家好，首先在第一部分中，我们看到单字 nightclub。这个字当名词指的是夜店。例如 Penny and her boyfriend's first met was at a nightclub in Taipei.Penny 和她的男朋友第一次见面是在台北的夜店。而 nightclub 除了可以当名词使用，也可以当动词，指去夜店。像是 John sometimes go nightclubbing on Friday nights with his colleagues. John 时常在星期五晚上跟他的同事去夜店玩。接着我们看到一个片语 tuck away， 指的是把点点点藏起来，妥善收藏。有两种用法，一个是 tuck something away， 也可以用 tuck away something。举例来说 My grandpa tucked all his precious stamps away in the closet. 我的外公将所有他珍藏的邮票收藏在衣柜中。另外 tuck away 中的 tuck 有把点点点塞入之意。补充另一个片语 tuck into 可以用来指痛快大口吃着。像是 Patrick sat down at the dinner table and tucked into a meal of steak and potatoes.Patrick 在餐桌旁坐下后，大口吃着牛排以及马铃薯。
Okay, everybody, let's talk about the first part of today's lesson. We've already talked about a couple unusual Christmas traditions. Well, another new favorite is the ugly sweater party. So that's another new favorite Christmas tradition that is weird, wacky, and wonderful.
And this, by the way, it brings a smile to my face.
It does.
Because my mom always made us wear these stupid, ugly Christmas sweaters throughout the holiday season. I used to hate it. So this is kind of funny. People apparently in the West, they kind of had the same experience that I did. And now, you know what? They're going to celebrate this weirdness. We're not going to wear ugly sweaters throughout the holidays. We're adults now, but maybe we're going to hold some ugly sweater party. So pull out your sweaters, and you can wear these sweaters without shame during an ugly Christmas sweater party.
I also wanted to say that those sweaters are not only ugly, but they're also uncomfortable. I used to think they were kind of sticky, sort of, and the yarn or the wool that was used was not very smooth. It was kind of rough, so of course it was always uncomfortable to wear those sweaters. But in any case, this is a new favorite. The ugly sweater party. Now, ugly Christmas sweaters aren't a new phenomenon. They were a fad in the 1980s that later faded. We're describing this as being not a new phenomenon. A phenomenon is just something that happens. It's a fad here, but this phenomenon is something that people notice, but sometimes we don't really know how to explain it. Like a thunderstorm is a natural phenomenon. Yeah, we know what it is, basically. We kind of know what causes it, but still, we don't totally understand it, and we never know when they're going to happen, and we don't know if we're going to get hurt, so it's an unusual phenomenon, as is this trend, the ugly sweater phenomenon. Gee, why did they become so popular, and then why did this phenomenon, why did this fad fade away? It disappeared back in the 1980s.
That's a good question. But yes, a thunderstorm, that would be a natural phenomenon. And a phenomenon, very simply, is usually something that just happens or occurs in nature. Okay, but here, Roger and I were talking about a cultural phenomenon in the West in the 80s. For some reason or another, people started wearing these ugly sweaters. That was the cultural phenomenon. By the way, when something happens in a culture, okay, and it's interesting or noteworthy, you can call that a phenomenon. Otherwise, you shouldn't use this word. Further, let's have a note on this word phenomenon. Okay, phenomenon is the singular. Phenomena, okay, is the plural. Phenomena. And then Roger touched on this, the word fad. We keep using this word trend. A trend and a fad are about the same thing. Okay, a fad is something that is popular right now. It's currently popular. But keep this in mind, a fad is similar to a fashion or to a trend. And that means this probably won't last. Yes, fads usually come into style quickly and in a way that might be hard to understand. And then they also die off rather quickly, and no one gives them a second thought for 20 or 30 years. And what's funny is that people sometimes regret being a part of a fad. But being fads, these fads come and go. A fad will die off, and then a new fad will take its place. So these people will say, oh, I can't believe I was ever a part of that. But then they'll also participate in the next weird fad that followed that other weird fad from the past.
Yeah, I think a couple of years ago, there was a fad for people to wear eyeglasses without the lenses in them. That was a really silly fad, and I think it has faded now. But here, ugly sweaters were a fad back in the 1980s, but that fad later faded away. It disappeared. But in the year 2002, a famous nightclub in Vancouver held a Christmas party with an unusual dress code. So, of course, we're going to Vancouver in Canada here, and they have a nightclub there, a place where people go to dance in the evening. And they had a Christmas party, but this party had an unusual dress code. Here, the word code is not referring to secret symbols or something like that, where you want to send messages to other people and you don't want other people to understand those messages. Here, a dress code is like a standard for dressing. It's requirements for what you wear. Some fancy restaurants will have a dress code. You can't go in there wearing shorts and a t-shirt. You're going to have to wear a suit and a tie. And an elegant dress, if you're a lady, that is their dress code.
Yeah, but that's not the dress code, or that wasn't the dress code for this place in Vancouver in 2002. Okay, during this Christmas party, there was an unusual dress code. Guests had to wear an ugly Christmas sweater. Again, this sounds really funny to me. And yes, here a code. It's a set of laws or rules about something. A dress code is like a set of rules for how to dress. Very simply, a dress code tells someone what clothes to wear or which clothes are inappropriate for some occasion. Roger talked about fancy restaurants. There is usually also a very strict dress code for weddings. You can't show up for your best friend's wedding looking like a slob, wearing a sweater and a bathing suit or anything like that. Anyways, apparently, our article continues, apparently a lot of people have ugly holiday sweaters tucked away in a drawer somewhere because these parties have only increased in popularity. And if they have one in Taiwan, I will be the first person to show up in my ugly holiday sweater. By the way, if something is tucked away, everyone, it's just hidden. That's all there is to it. All right, folks, with that, it's time for us to take a break, but don't go away. We'll be right back after this.
Last but not least is the oven mitt game. This is a fun new take on gift giving. All you and your friends need are 2 oven mitts, 2 dice, and a gift with many layers of wrapping. The harder to open, the better. One person tries to open the gift while wearing the mitts, and another rolls the dice. Whenever doubles are rolled, gift, mitts, and dice all move one person to the left. The gift goes to whoever finally opens it.
再来看到第二部分，我们看到一个惯用语 last but not least， 意指最后一件，但并非最不重要，用来形容虽然是最后一件，但同样非常重要。例如 Last but not least, I hope you can find your Mr. Right who cares about you as much as I do. 最后也很重要的是，我希望你能找到像我这么在乎你的真命天子。另外，补充一个跟 least 有关的片语 at least 表示至少。像是 Dinner wasn't very good, but at least the ice cream was tasty. 晚餐不是很好吃，但至少冰淇淋还算美味。接下来是一个名词 oven mitt， 用来指隔热手套。例如 After baking the cookie, Mom took out the baking tray from the oven with her new oven mitt. 妈妈在烤完饼干后，用她新买的隔热手套将烤盘从烤箱中取出。另外补充一个也是手套的名词 glove, G-L-O-V-E， 这个字大多使用复数来表示。举例来说 Those gloves my parents sent abroad keep my hands quite warm. 我爸妈从国外寄回来的手套挺保暖的。最后我们看到的单字是名词 layer， 这里作为层次、阶层的意思。例如 This article that the teacher sent out has many layers of meaning. 这篇老师发下来的文章有许多层次的意涵。而 layer 除了可以当名词使用，也可以当动词，指分层放置、堆叠。举例来说 The pastry chef layered the fondant on the cake. 那位甜点师傅在蛋糕上铺上一层翻糖。
Okay, so here in the next paragraph, we're going to discuss another unusual Christmas tradition. Last but not least is the oven mitt game. Interesting. Okay, now here we've got the word mitt or oven mitt. If you're cooking things, if you're baking a pie or baking a cake, you need to wear something on your hand so it won't get burned when you take the pan out of the oven. It's going to be hot, so you need something. And an oven mitt is usually quite large, and you can only use it to grab pans from the oven. I can think of a catcher's mitt. When you play baseball, of course, the glove that you wear when you play baseball is oftentimes called a mitt. It's like a big, oversized glove.
Or like a mitten. Mitt.
Mitten,
It's
a
short
small
for
mitt,
mitten.
yep.
There you go.
Exactly. Mittens, which is what kids wear in the winter. They don't have individual fingers or individual tubes of cloth, I guess, for the fingers, the four fingers, other than the thumb. But this is an oven mitt, and it's an oven mitt game. Last but not least, this is the last tradition we're going to mention, but that does not mean it's not as fun as the others.
Yes, we're talking about this last. We're mentioning it last, but that does not mean that this is the least important thing that we'll be talking about or that we've discussed over the 2 days of our lesson. But I have to confess right now, the oven mitt game, I'm curious. I'm an old guy. There's new stuff that I don't know about, so let's learn about the oven mitt game right now. Yes, this is a fun new take on gift giving. All you and your friends need are 2 oven mitts, 2 dice, and a gift with many layers of wrapping. Yeah, the harder to open, the better. Yeah, very often when you have Christmas gifts, okay, you just don't give a person the gift. You wrap that gift in paper so people don't know what's on the inside, and then they have to unwrap that gift by removing that wrapping paper. If you keep adding more and more paper or more and more layers of paper, though, it's going to be harder and harder to open that gift. Further, if you're wearing oven mitts, it might be extremely difficult to open up that gift.
It would be, and everybody laughs and has a great time. So one person tries to open the gift while wearing the mitts, and another rolls the dice. Okay, the dice, of course, so there's cubes with little numbers on them, and one is a die, D-I-E, 2 are dice, so they roll the dice. And whenever doubles are rolled, gift, mitts, and dice all move one person to the left. Okay, so if you get doubles, like 2 1s or 2 2s or 2 6s or whatever, that's doubles, then all those things get moved to the next person. The gift and all its wrappings and the mitts and then the dice, they move to the next person, and the game just keeps going, and it's a great time, and everybody laughs, and they're going to remember this occasion for the rest of their lives.
Yep, a good time is had by all. They take turns, they go back and forth, they roll the dice, they try to open the gift, and in the end, the gift goes to whoever finally opens it. Which sounds, like Roger said, like a whole lot of fun. Okay, folks, with that, it's time for us to take a break, but don't go away. When we come back, we'll be wrapping up our article on strange Christmas trends.
This Christmas, you and your friends and family can try some of these great Christmas ideas for a guaranteed good time. Or better yet, invent a new tradition of your own. It just may be the start of the next new thing.
Okay, let's finish things up here. It says, this Christmas, you and your friends and family can try some of these great Christmas ideas for a guaranteed good time. Of course, if you have some free time during the Christmas holidays, get together with your family and friends, set up that upside-down Christmas tree, read that book about the elf on the shelf, and play that game with the Christmas mitts or the oven mitt, and you're going to have a really, really great time. It's going to be guaranteed. Absolutely 100% you will have a great time that you will remember forever.
We are vowing this. We are promising you guys this, okay? If you do these things, you will have a good time. We guarantee it. Yes, the word guaranteed is an adjective that comes from the verb guarantee. And yes, if you guarantee something, you promise that thing, okay? You promise someone that something will happen, that you will do something, that something will take place, so on and so forth. So, you're going to have a guaranteed good time. That is a good time. You don't have to worry about it. It is definitely going to happen. It's definitely going to occur. So, yes, go ahead and do these things for a guaranteed good time. Or better yet, invent a new tradition of your own.
Better yet, that's an even better idea. You can come up with some new ideas for a good time during Christmas. It just may be the start of the next new thing, or the next new fad, or the next new trend. And if people recognize you as the inventor of this fad, you could make a ton of money. Merry Christmas, everybody. That brings us to the end of our lesson for today. It's time now for our Chinese teacher.
各位同学大家好，我是 Hanny。 我们来看今天的文法重点。课文第二部分介绍了隔热手套游戏。那我们读到这个段落的第二句， This is a fun new take on gift giving. 这是对送礼有趣的新诠释。好，我们句子里面的 take 它是当名词，表示看法、诠释或者是理解啊、观点。那它后面常常搭配介系词 on. Somebody's take on something 就表示某人对什么什么做出的诠释或是看法。举例来说， What's your take on this new movie? 就表示你对这部新的电影有什么看法呢？我们再造一个例句， Andrew's take on the issue is different from hers. Andrew 对这个议题的看法跟他的不一样。好，那顺便帮同学们补充一个跟 take 有关的片语， double take 这表示再次仔细的看。 take 当名词，它在这边表示反应，那么 double take 表示两次反应，它可以用来表达你可能因为惊讶然后再仔细的看一次，或者是因为没有心理准备啊，因为不了解或者是心不在焉然后愣住了慢半拍。好，那这个片语我们常常搭配动词 do， 例如 He did a double take when he saw a dog on the surfboard. 当他看到一只狗在冲浪板上面的时候，他吓了一跳，又再仔细的看一次。好，接着读到课文第二部分的倒数第二句，他说 Whenever doubles are rolled, gift, mitts, and dice all move one person to the left. 每当指出相同点数的时候，礼物、手套还有骰子全都要传给左边的人。好，那我们句子里面的 whenever 是用来引导时间副词子句，表示每当怎么样，每次怎么样，这个意思就等同于 every time 或是 each time。例如 She thinks of her grandmother whenever she hears the song. 每次听到那首歌的时候，她总是会想起她阿嬷。好，另外 whenever 也可以用来引导让步副词子句，表示无论何时，不管在什么时候。那这时候 whenever 可以用 no matter when 来替换。举例来说， You can come visit us whenever you want， 或者是 You can come visit us no matter when you want。 无论你什么时候想来拜访我们，随时都欢迎你哦。那这边顺便帮同学们补充 no matter 搭配其他 WH 疑问词的用法。 No matter what 相当于 whatever 表示无论什么， No matter where 相当于 wherever 表示无论何处，那么 no matter who 相当于 whoever 表示无论是谁，还有 no matter which 相当于 whichever 表示无论哪一个等等。好，那它们都可以用来引导让步副词子句，那可以摆在主要子句的前面或者是后面。例如 No matter what he says, don't believe him. 无论他说什么，千万不要相信他。再看个例句 No matter which way you go, it's the same distance. 无论你走哪一条路，这距离都一样。好，以上是今天重点整理，我们来回顾今天的单字吧。
Phenomenon. No one has been able to explain the phenomenon because it is still too new. Fad. There are always new fads in dieting, but most doctors don't recommend following them. Code. It has become common for American universities to require all students to sign an honor code upon entering the school. Layer. The apartment's owner put a new layer of paint on the walls before renting it out. Guaranteed. For guaranteed fun and excitement, visit one of our theme parks today.
Discussion Starter starts now!
All right, everyone. It's time for the discussion starter. Roger, are you ready?
I'm ready.
which of these Christmas trends would you most like to try?
I want to try the ugly sweater contest because, I miss wearing those sweaters and I'd like to figure out a way to actually knit such a sweater myself, and then maybe I could sell them to other people and they could have fun too. How about you?
Oh, the oven mitt game sounds really fun because during Christmas, I end up getting a lot of gifts that I don't really want, so I figure I can wrap these up in all my leftover Christmas wrapping paper and then invite a bunch of friends over to play this game, and I can get rid of all these bad gifts. Okay, everyone. With that, today's article is now complete. But, as always, we sure hope that you guys have enjoyed reading along with us. Anyways, I'm Jeff.
I am Roger.
See you next time.